started growing up, they had to make changes, and they've been willing to do whatever it took. Because of that, I am where I am today.
Amen.
I'm thankful for that. I thank them for homeschooling, and I don't go to a public school. You know, people say that public schools are better. You get more chance to say no to bullying. Well, I don't say no to bullying because if anything, I'd be the bully. I'm the biggest guy.
So, beat yourself up, right?
I thank them for homeschooling. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of financing it. My mom puts in a lot of, like, you know, my mom's got a full-time job just trying to teach us kids. My dad teaches us, you know, geometry, algebra, chemistry, all the stuff he thought he was done with when he graduated. He's teaching 6 more times, and I got through it, so he must be doing a good job. Because my parents' willingness to serve God, I get to see a lot of the behind the scenes in the ministry that most people will never get to see. Or if they do get to see it, they won't realize just how big of a part of the ministry that is. And many think that being a pastor is to get up and preach Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, and maybe make hospital visits. That's what they think a pastor is. But I get to see all the late nights, the early mornings, the long hours, the constant driving. My dad puts miles and miles and miles in each and every day. Takes people to work, but not just that. Checking out people who are in the hospital or sick, who miss church on Sunday. And I can see all the stuff that he puts into it. And many people, they don't see what the pastor's wife has to do. She's got to be there when her husband, you know, is going through a hard time. I remember one year on Christmas, my dad got called to go to the hospital, and so we put Christmas celebration off. He didn't get back till late that night. He's gone. She doesn't get to see her husband on Christmas Day. She doesn't get to spend time with him on Christmas. And she was willing to do it because somebody needed help. And many people think that being in the ministry is just getting up and preaching. Well, it's not. I'm thankful for my parents for all that they did. To whom much is given, much shall be required. God has blessed me with all of these things, and there's more. I don't have time to necessarily go into all of them, but God has blessed me. And that means much is going to be required. I remember thinking I was probably about 5 or 6. And I was playing on the floor of our house, and I got called to preach. And I didn't realize what it was at the time. I just felt something in my heart, and I just heard it. It was like, you need to preach. And you know what? I got excited. Like, well, my dad's a preacher. If I get to preach, I'm going to be glad to preach. And God has given me much. Now He required me, He's called me to be a preacher.
Amen.
And with all of the preparations that my family has given me, all the preparations, Sunday school teachers, and Brother Chris as a youth leader, and that, I believe that I had the preparation needed. God doesn't ask you to do anything He's not prepared you to do. These people here are responsible. I want to thank everyone for their part in preparing you to do that. The last thing I want to say is, what about you? All of us have been given something. God has given us, for one thing, all of us the gift of salvation. He's given us all an opportunity to go to church. All of us have an opportunity to hear God's word. All of us have so many things that people all around the world don't have. And God's going to require much of you, especially with younger people like Josh and Jason, my younger siblings. God has required much of me. He's required much of my dad and much of the other people here. He's required much of you. And are you willing to do it?
Amen.
To those of you who are already following God's will, you need to constantly be doing more than following, constantly be doing more to strive and try to reach what His ultimate perfect plan is. For those of you who aren't, I ask you why not? God has given you so much. God has given me so much. And if I wasn't to do His will, that'd be taking all that, casting it aside. And
Amen, brother. Amen.
And so all of us need to be doing better. Those of us who have not consciously made a decision, we need to decide now that we are going to do whatever it takes. To whom much is given, much shall be required.
Amen.
I was trying to think he got his grandma's teeth. Yeah. But one fundamentalist is going to come and sing.
Amen. Amen.
As graduation got closer and closer, I asked Ricky, I said, who do you want to preach at your funeral, graduation? And I thought he would say maybe Uncle Paul or one of his grandpas or maybe Brother Chris. And I asked him and he said, I want you to do it. And I really didn't want to do it. I'd rather sit out there and cry and all that fun stuff. But he asked me to do it, and I found myself in a quandary. I thought, boy, I really don't know what to say. So much I wanted to say. I started going through different passages, and I thought about Phineas in the Old Testament. He took a javelin in his hand, just a young man, and stopped a plague because he was willing to do something that nobody else was willing to do. I thought about David and Timothy and Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and a lot of the young men in the Bible who did great things for God, and just really didn't know what to do and what to say. And then I was one day reading along, and I came to 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 10. It says, according to the grace of God which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Jesus Christ. Now if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest. For the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. I got to that verse 10, and it says, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. Let every man take heed how he buildeth thereon. I guess if there's one thing that I can say to my son tonight, to all these young fellas, and all of us, to take heed how you build.
Amen.
Let's pray. Father, thank you for loving us. Thank you for the folks that came out tonight to make it a special night for Ricky. Lord, I want to do more than just give a speech. I want you to do a work in our hearts. I want you to do a work in my son's heart. I'm proud of him. He's done good so far. But Lord, he's about to go off on his own. Mom and Dad won't be there protecting him anymore. It's up to him now. I ask you please to help him. In Jesus' name. Amen. The Apostle Paul is writing here in Corinthians to the church at Corinth, and of course we know that this is a very carnal church. And Paul's writing to them, he scolds them, he exhorts them. But here in chapter 3, verse 10, he says to them, he says, I have given you a good foundation. I have taught you, I have given you a good foundation. And you know, Paul had taken the time to preach the gospel. Paul had taken the time to lead many of these people to Christ. He had taken the time to start a church there and help them to be grounded in the faith. But Paul left. And now they're on their own. And they were floundering. They weren't doing what they should do. And Paul wrote back and he said, look, I've given you a foundation, and it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with it. It's up to you to decide what you're going to put on that foundation. And he talks about what they could build on it. But he's saying here in this letter, I gave you a good foundation. Now, you need to take heed how you build on it. And son, tonight you're about to venture off in a new world. A few months you go off to college, and you'll be all by yourself down there, looking for a girl to get married to, maybe grandkids, so you can enjoy those. Have fun. But
Very real.
I've got to say that you've been given a good foundation.
Amen.
You have